I didn't want to. I fought it. But part of me knew, some part deeper than my bones, that I was running out of time. The night before we lost her again, we found a bench in the park just before curfew. She curled up beside me, her head on my lap like she used to do when she was 7 and scared of thunderstorms. I covered her with my coat and hummed the old lullaby she once made me sing on long car rides, the one about stars and safe places and coming home. "Do you think people like me get forgiven?" she asked suddenly, voice small and dry. "Forgiveness isn't something you earn," I said. "It's something you get because you're loved." She didn't answer, but she squeezed my hand. That was enough. She talked a little after that, told me about a girl named River who used to braid her hair, about another who disappeared and no one asked where she'd gone, about being cold all the time, even in summer, about how she kept a blade hidden in her shoe, just in case. I didn't cry. I wanted to, but I didn't, because that night, she needed a mother, not a witness, and I promised her, quietly, that if this was all I could give, I would give it without breaking. Sometime before dawn, she stirred. Her eyes found mine in the half-light. "I love you. Mom," she whispered. "Don't forget that." "Okay." I brushed her hair back and kissed her forehead. "I never will," I said. "Not ever." She fell asleep like that, curled up in my arms under a sky bruised with the first hints of morning, and that's how I remember her. Not the way I found her, broken and burning out, but the way she was that last night. Soft, quiet, still mine. When I woke the next day, she was gone. The shelter said she'd slipped out before breakfast. No one saw where she went. No one stopped her. And just like that, I was back to the beginning. A mother with empty hands and too many letters no one would ever read. The day she disappeared, again, was heavier than the rest. The sky hung low and yellow like it was warning me, like the whole city was bracing for bad news. I spent that morning retracing every step I could remember from the night before the bench in the park, the path we walked, the corner store where I bought her a bottle of water she never drank. No one had seen her. Not the bus drivers. Not the men sweeping sidewalks. Not even the women who usually nodded when I passed, recognizing the madness in my eyes. By noon, I was back in the motel. Oh. Staring at her crumpled blanket on the cot, the outline of her body still faintly pressed into the mattress. I don't know how long I sat there. Eventually, I reached for the stack of letters I'd written her, tucked in the bottom drawer with receipts and motel pins and prayers that had never been answered. I pulled out the last one I'd finished, scrawled on the back of a diner menu just 2 nights before, and read it again. "Dear Lynn, I know you're scared. I know the world has teeth, but I want you to know something louder than the fear you